Lessons from the Great White Brotherhood.
The message of David and Goliath. Simplifying the story, it basically states that two armies oppose each other on a battlefield, the Philistines and the Israelites. The Israelites are the goodies, and the Philistines are the baddies. However, the Philistines have a giant on their side, called Goliath, and he is terrifying the Israelites. So, the king of Israel asks a shepherd boy named David to sort the problem out. David returns to the battlefront, puts a stone in his sling, and throws it at Goliath. The stone finds a chink in Goliath's armor, and kills him. The Philistines then run away, and the Israelites are victorious. Now, what this story actually means, is that the Philistines are the people around us today, that try and destroy our peace and happiness, in order to bring profit to themselves. These people would include some politicians, some bankers, some world leaders, and so on. Goliath is quite simply the embodiment of all those bad vibrations. The Israelites represent ordinary good-hearted people, not only Jewish, but all people, of all race and color, that try to live in peace and harmony with themselves and their neighbors. The Philistines, being at home in an earthly environment, find it quite easy to control and dominate the simple, good souls, bringing mayhem into the lives of millions of us, as they put their evil projects into action. In this story, the king of the Israelites, represented by somebody called Saul, is actually God, the God of all good people. David represents you and me, assuming that we are all good people. So, David, in the story, speaks to King Saul. This means that you and I meditate and connect with God. Through meditation and prayer, we are given an arm, the power of God. The stone that David projects towards Goliath implies that we can pray for our enemies, and, through that act, we can direct the mighty force for good, which is God, towards those who would harm us, thus rendering evil people powerless to harm us. So, Goliath is slain, and the Philistines rendered powerless. The story of David and Goliath quite simply means that, through our connection with God, we are able, by the act of prayer, meditation, and service to our fellow man, to render powerless those evil people who would harm us. Believe me, it works. Through prayer, meditation, and by trying to live a life in which we try not to harm people, a barrier surrounds us that evil people cannot penetrate. There is also another aspect to this act. If we have this barrier protecting us, and someone tries to harm us, the evil force that they project towards us bounces off us, and returns to them, bringing into their lives the mayhem that they hope to bring into our lives. It is the nature of evil thought, that once sent out by someone, it has to find a home, before it can stop. If you accept, either willingly, or because you do not have a barrier in place, that evil thought, it stops with you. If it bounces off of your shield, it has to return to the sender. However, do not try to send an evil thought back to someone yourself. It does not work like that. Just pray for those who would harm you, and the evil force will rebound on its own. You do not have to do anything. Just surround the person trying to harm you with love. Project an emotion of love towards that person or organization that is trying to harm you, and God does the rest. That is the stone that David projected at Goliath.
Thank you for watching this video lesson. Please visit www.thegreatwhitebrotherhood.org for more lessons and free downloadable books.